Hello and welcome to this session of the Leadership and Management Process to Practice module. During the course of this module, we will explore a range of topics which are critical in the context of both leadership and management. So in this session, we will look at how the module will operate, different perspectives on management, the role of the manager, the nature of managerial work, and the emergence of the professional manager. In terms of the learning outcomes by the end of this session, you should be able to provide a definition for leadership and management, explain key leadership and management theories, and outline the importance of the role of the manager and the leader in business. During the course of this module, you will develop an understanding of the role of leadership and contemporary management, both within organisational processes and ongoing best practices. We'll look at the skill sets and competencies needed by the modern manager, and we'll draw upon your own personal experiences of management and leadership in the workplace. We'll begin by exploring definitions of leadership and management through time, and additionally the various traits and behaviours associated with effective leaders and managers who are also discussed. As the module develops, we encounter the myriad of processes and contemporary practices that a modern organisation and its workforce performs. As the module develops, we encounter the myriad of processes and practices that a modern organisation and its workforce performs, and will explore how to effectively and efficiently lead teams and work groups. We will also build upon previous learning and look more closely at key aspects of entrepreneurialism and corporate creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship. Conceptually, this module follows a three-phased process, and the first phase is centred on discussing what leadership and management is, by definition and by description. Here we'll look at the various types of leader and we'll explore this area through practical examples. The second phase of the module takes students' initial understanding of leadership and management into the organisational context, exploring key questions such as: how do organisations function? What do they actually do? Why do they do what they do? How do they interact? And how they achieve goals? What do we mean by groups and teams? Lastly, wider issues relating to organisations, leaders and managers are addressed, and this includes areas such as culture, politics and power, entrepreneurialism and small business development, problem solving in an organisational setting, and the organisational stakeholder. During the course of this module, we will examine the similarities and differences between leaders and managers. One major difference between the two is that managers focus on rules and regulations, whereas leaders promote goal setting and achievement through positive influence. Management, on the other hand, is largely concerned with formal authority within an organisation, and this authority is used to balance the complexities of the external environment with the availability of internal resources, solve organisational problems, maintain current procedures, set tasks and achieve organisational goals. This is also done through maintaining control over the organisation and the workforce. Leadership, on the other hand, is concerned with influencing the performance of a group within an organisation. The objectives are achieved by placing focus on creating change, developing vision and promoting innovation, and inspiring people towards a higher level of performance, which motivates and empowers staff. Leadership and management ideologies can be categorised against timeframes and organisational aspirations. Managers look at planning, organising, leading and controlling of the day-to-day tasks. Inversely, leaders seek to inspire and bring about lasting and more productive attributes and behaviours in their staff that can change the organisation's priorities, practices, culture and fortunes. Organisations wish to be more representative of their workforce and society as a globally aware and responsive organisation. Issues of employee engagement, mentoring and goal-oriented exercises are of high importance. The Excellence in Management and Leadership model by Perrin and Burgoyne 2002 clearly illustrates some of the key competencies needed by the effective manager or leader in order to achieve this. Leadership and management competencies are descriptions of behaviours, attributes and skills that managers need to perform to work effectively and to achieve outputs from such work, and it can be assessed against performance criteria. They provide a basis for measuring effectiveness in an organisation, which supports a more consistent way of leading people and organisations. However, it is important to remember that competencies are simply a representation and not the real thing in the business context. Now consider the following question, which will be helpful towards the first tutorial exercise for this session. This question is, what are the skills, qualities, attributes, characteristics, traits or behaviours found in an effective manager? It might be useful here to pause this video and take 2 minutes to write down as many of these qualities as you can. So, on the Google site for this module, you'll find a list of important and interesting publications that will assist in your learning of this module. The academic disciplines shown here also provide a starting point for wider reading, and remember that University Library is always helpful with providing a wide range of books and journal articles to complement this module. During the course of your studies, students are expected to engage with the digital lectures and supporting materials, manage your weekly independent study, develop and achieve competent group work and activities, prepare appropriate assessment submissions, and when required, discuss and debate core and surrounding themes, topics and issues. The following tutorial tasks are designed to allow students to explore and apply the theory from this session. Leadership could be said to be the action of leading a group of people or an organisation, or displaying the ability to do this. A contemporary leader should aim to be responsive in volatile situations, entrepreneurial and keen to solve real-world problems, be both inclusive and democratic within the organisational context, emotionally aware of the workforce and diverse background and workplace experiences, challenging and positively disruptive for the benefit of the organisation and society as a whole. For Task 1, list as many key attributes and responsibilities that you would associate with a leader or manager. Now, you should already have started this from the digital lecture. Now look at your list of attributes and answer the following questions. Question 1. What personal attributes would you expect from positive and effective leadership? Here, try to come up with the 10 most important qualities. Now question 2. What are the responsibilities of a typical manager? Here, try to come up with the 10 most important duties that they would be expected to perform. For Task 2, reflect upon the business secrets table on the Google site and reflect on what role these themes will play in your group work for this module.